This is Candace Louise Julie for Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling talk podcast on the planet. And because I just love bringing some exclusive interviews that you can't get anywhere else, we are here with the formerly known Samantha Starr, but now the revamped Miss Starr. Miss Starr, how are you doing today?
I love hearing you say it, Miss Starr, because that is who I am. I am a third-generation wrestler. You know, there's only 45 third-generation wrestlers on the entire planet. Did you know that there's only 8 women third-generation wrestlers? And did you know I am the only woman in the world to be 3 generations deep of pure women's wrestling? My mother, the Perfect 10 baby doll. Her mother, Lorraine Johnson. My grandmother, my historic grandmother, was in the first intergender tag match in the entire world. So,
come on now.
You talk about you're lucky to have me in the NWA. You're lucky to have me in this interview. It is all about Miss Starr now.
Well, see, you're bringing out the facts, Ms. Starr. So can we say that going into this new season of NWA Power and this revamped attitude that we're going to see a lot of you getting maybe into that World Women's Heavyweight contendership? I'm just putting it out there.
You know, Kenzie Page and I have gone toe-to-toe a couple of times, and she's had to cheat to win every single time. So if she doesn't watch her back, she's going to end up on her back. 1, 2, 3, new women's champion.
Those are some strong words that I definitely feel might be put into play. So as you brought up a lot of things that we have to make sure that we tap into, because that was one of the most refreshing things that I thought about when you came into NWA, is that we see a lot of the second and third generations being brought up, but now we're starting to see this surge in a lot of third and second generation female wrestlers, where they're putting that stamp that they're also entering into the sport of wrestling. How does that make you feel, having such an illustrious wrestling history within your family on both sides, by the way?
Third generation on both sides of my family. Not only was my mom a wrestler, my dad, my uncle, my aunt, 3 out of 4 of my grandparents all paid blood, sweat, and tears to this company. So who the hell else would be here other than me? I started training when I was 14 years old. So you talk about a male-dominated sport. Men have nothing to do with the true history of pro wrestling. So, as I said, you're lucky to see me.
I love that you brought that up, Miss Starr, because by show that I do on Women's Wrestling Talk, we get into the deep dive of things. And one of the things I had to make sure that I brought up was the history of the Burke and how much women have contributed to what people love about NWA wrestling. So I love that you're bringing that up, because there needs to be more respect put on what women have contributed to NWA. So I love hearing the facts. And I love what you've been doing in NWA so far. But I think it's safe to say, as we're getting into this new season of NWA Power, you're going to bring in a lot of power, a lot of attitude that is justified considering your family's pedigree, and a lot of spunk going into not only this new season of NWA Power, but we also have the Crockett Cup coming up. What are some of your aspirations for these major things that are happening in NWA right now?
So I'm born and raised in Texas. So what better place to host the Crockett Cup than Forney, Texas, my home state? You think I don't have home field advantage?
Come on.
You're mistaken. So whether I'm with Ella Envy pushing for that #1 contendership, or whether I'm taking on whoever dares step in my way, you have so much to see from Miss Starr.
Another thing that I love that you brought up, because Texas over the past 2 years has really been bringing it, just making some amazing stars. How does it feel to see Texas back on the map like that?
You know, I'm so proud of my home state, because everything's bigger in Texas, and that includes the wrestling. The women that have come out of that state have been non-stop putting all of their effort into making sure that Texas is the number one state in the entire country.
Absolutely.
So the Crockett Cup there is only fitting.
I completely agree. Miss Starr, I don't want to take away from all of this zeal, this fire that I'm seeing. So I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to let you guys know you definitely want to check out these episodes of NWA Power as they're coming out. And I have the treat of actually being able to see that over this weekend for not one, but 2 nights. So guys, please stay tuned and keep supporting NWA Power, because as I've said countless times, it is one of the best promotions out there and one of the best women's divisions that we see out there. So keep supporting and keep watching Women's Wrestling Talk. See you soon.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.